Today we are going to study about oligopoly. Oligopoly is a market structure characterized by the few firm interdependence, high barrier to entry, differentiated homogeneous product, price competition, price rigidity, and profit maximization. Now, let us start. Oligopoly is a common market structure in many industries, and understanding its characteristics by dynamic is essential for the business and policymaker alike. Few firms, a small number of firms are competed with each other. Interdependence, each firm decision affected by others. High barrier to entry, new firm find it's difficult to enter in the market. Differentiated or homogeneous product, firm may produce similar or slightly differentiated products. Price competition, firm compete through advertising, product differentiation, and other non-price strategies. Price rigidity, price trends to be steady with firm reluctant to change them. Profit maximization, firm aim to maximize their profit. Oligopoly is also characterized by the competition among a few major players, strategic decision making, price leadership, advertising and marketing battles, product differentiation, research and development, investment. Examples of oligopoly include technology, example Apple, Samsung, Google, automotive, example Toyota, Ford, journals, aerospace, being Airbus, energy, ExxonMobil, banking, JP, Bank of India, Bank of America, Bank of Baroda. Oligopoly is a common market structure in the industry, and understanding its characteristics by dynamic is essential for the business and policymaker alike. Example of policymakers are also the petrol oil, ExxonMobil, Shell, MP, and Toyol. Few firms controlling a large market share. Oil, OPEC, organization of the petroleum exporting countries like Saudi Arabia, Iran, Kuwait. Motors, Toyota, General Motors, Ford, and Honda are the few domination of the global automotive market. Retail banking, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Bank of India, US Bank, Bank of Maharashtra are some of the bank of which are the example of retail banking. Supermarket, Walmart, Kroger, Costco, Target, and the Whole Food are few large chain dominating the US retail grocery market. Detergent manufacturing, Protector and Jampel, Tide, Ariel, Unilever, Surf, Omo, Rin are the few manufacturing companies which are producing the we can say that producing the detergent. These industries are characterized by the small number of the firms that have a significant influence of prices, output, and innovation, and often interdependent, making oligopoly a prevalent market structure in these sectors. Now, there are some types of oligopoly. Duopoly, only two firms compete in the market. Oligopoly with the homogeneous product. Firm produce initial products such as steel or chemical. Oligopoly with differentiated product. Firm produce unique products such as car and smartphone. Oligopoly, perfect oligopoly. Firm have perfect knowledge of the each other action and reaction. Imperfect oligopoly. Firm have limited knowledge of each other action reaction. Non-price competition. Firm compete through advertising, product differentiation, and other price strategy. Price competition, firm compete the price through price adjustment. Collusive oligopoly, firm cooperate to set the price out and market share. Non-collusive oligopoly, firm compete interdependency without exclusive cooperation. Asymmetric oligopoly firm have the different market shares, cost, or product offering. Concreted oligopoly, a small number of the firm control the large share of the market. Diffuse oligopoly, a large number of firms share the market with no single firm dominating. Each type of the oligopoly has the unique characteristic, and the firm may adopt different strategy to compete efficiently in their specific market. Now we will study about the assumptions of oligopoly. Few large firms. Oligopoly assume that there are only a few firms in the market, and these firms are large enough to have significant impact on the market. Firm interdependency. Oligopoly firms are interdependent, meaning that the action of one firm affects the other firm in the market. Product differentiation. Oligopoly firms often produce differentiated products, which means that their products are not perfect substitute to each other. Collusion. Oligopoly assumes that the firm may collude or cooperate with each other to set price, output, or the strategic decision. However, collusion is not always possible on sustainable, and firm may also compete with each other. Additional oligopoly assume there are the barrier to entry. There are the significant barrier to entry of the firm, making it difficult to the firm to enter in the market. Non-price competition. Oligopoly firm often engage in non-price competitive such as advertising, research and development, and product differentiation rather than solely competing on price. The assumption help to define the oligopoly market structure which predict the behavior of the firm. Firm may pursue objective other than profit maximization. A great point with the profit maximization is the often assumption by to the firm objective in the form of the oligopoly. Firm may indeed pursue some other objectives such as sales maximization, market share maximization, growth maximization, social responsibility, marginal utility maximization, and employee satisfaction. These alternatives objective can lead to different strategic decision and outcomes in oligopoly market, and the important to consider is more understanding in the firm behavior like sales maximization. Firm may aim to maximize their sale volume if it means reducing the price and profit. Market share maximization. Firm may strive in increase their market share even if it requires sacrificing some profit. Growth maximization. Firm may focus on the long growth in investing in research and development, marketing expansion, even if it means sacrifice short-term profit. Social responsibility. Firm may prioritize social and environmental goals such as sustainability, ethical sourcing, and community development alongside profit. Marginal utility maximization. Firm may prioritize the interests of their managers such as job security, prestige, and perks over profit maximization. Employee satisfaction. Firm may prioritize a well-being and satisfaction of their employees such as through better working condition, better job security. Economics too is you are listing the common barrier to entry in the industry. These barriers can prevent raw firm from entering the market and competitive with the incremented firm. Here are the breakdown of the barrier you have listed. We are going to discuss the economic of scale. Large scale production can lead to the lower cost per unit, making it difficult for the new firm to achieve the same efficiency. Limit pricing increment. Incumbent firm may set price low enough to make it unprofitable for the new firm to enter the market. Control over channel of distribution in comfort firm may be exclusive agreement with the distribution or retail market, making it hard for the new firm to access the market. Brand portfolio: incumbent firm may be have a strong brand presence, making it difficult for the new firm to establish themselves. Other common barrier to entry include patent and intellectual property. Incumbent firm may hold a patent on intellectual property that prevent new firm from entering the market. High capital requirement: starting a new business may require significant investment in assets, technology, or marketing. Regularly, barriers, government regulation, or listing requirement can limit entry into certain industries. Network effects: the value of a product or the service may depend on the number of the users, making it difficult for the new firm to attract a user base. These barriers can vary in strength and impact across different industries and can influence the competitiveness and dynamic in the market. Now we will study about the limit price. Limit pricing. Limit pricing is a pricing strategy used by incumbent firms to deter the new entrants from entering the market. It involves setting a price that is low enough to make it unprofitable for new firm to enter the market, but high enough to allow the incumbent firm to maintain its market share and profit. The goal of limit pricing is to create a barrier to entry, making it difficult for new firm to compete with the incumbent firm. These can be achieved by setting a price that is below the average cost of production, making it difficult for new firm to match. Setting a price that is below the price that is the new firm would need to change the break-even point. Creating a price umbrella where the incumbent firm set a price that is low enough to make it difficult for new firm to enter the market but high enough to maintain its own profit. Limit pricing is often used in industries with high barriers to entry, such as those with a significant capital requirement and patent on other entry barriers. It can be effective way for incumbent firm to maintain their market position and deter the new competition. Here are some examples of limit pricing. A large technology company like Google, Amazon, setting a low price for its services to make it difficult for the new firm to enter in the market. A paramedical company setting a low price for its drug for to prevent new firm from entering in the market. A airline company setting a low price for its product to for its ticket to make it difficult for the new firm to enter in the market. It is important to note that the limit price is always anti-competitive, but it can be used as a strategy to maintain the market power and deter competition. Research on oligopoly has identified the following characteristics and feature of the oligopolistic market. Interdependence: firm in oligopoly are mutually interdependent and take into the consideration the action of their competitor. Few firms. Oligopoly consists of the small number of the firm. High barrier to entry. It is difficult for the new firm to enter an oligopolistic market. Abnormal profit: firm in an oligopoly can maintain abnormal profit in the long term. Non-price competition: firm in an oligopoly often engage in non-price competition such as advertisement and product differentiation. Price rigidity: firm in an oligopoly often exhibit price rigidity. Collusion: firm in an oligopoly may engage in collusion, or exploit. Mergers between the firm in an oligopoly can lead to increased efficiency and higher profit. Game theoretical model oligopolies can be modeled using the game theory with models such as Cournot-Nash model and the Bertrand model. Reaction function firm in an oligopoly have a reaction function that show how they respond to the action of their competitor. New price competition. New price competition refer to the strategy used by the firm in an oligopolistic market to compete with each other without changing the price of their product or service. This type of competition focus on other dimensions such as advertising and market. Firm may engage in extensive advertising and marketing campaign to differentiate their product and attract customers. Product differentiation. Firm may focus on developing unique features, design, or the quality to distribute their product from those of their competitor. Research and development. Firm may invest in research and development to improve their product process or service and gain a competitive stage. Branding. Firm may focus on the building strong brand identify and loyalty of the differentiate themselves from the competitor. Distribution of and logistics. Firm may compete by offering faster delivery, wider distribution channel or convenience location. Serve quality. Firm may compete by offering superior customer service, support and warranties. Product building. Firm may offer a bundle of the product or the service to differentiate themselves from competitors. Promotion and giveaways. Firm may offer promotion discount or freebies to attract customers. Non-price competition is often used in the oligopolistic market where firms have similar prices and competition focus on other dimensions and differentiate themselves and attract differentiate themselves and attract customer. Example, branding. Coca-Cola vs Pepsi. Both companies have a strong brand identify and engage in branding campaign to differentiate themselves. Apple vs Samsung. Both companies focus on building a strong brand loyalty and differentiation through design, innovation, and marketing. Packaging. Packaging and Glamour Tides vs Unilever Surf. Both companies differentiate their laundry detergent through packaging design and feature. Pepsi redesign of its packaging to appeal to a younger demographic competition with Coca-Cola classic design. Competitive advertisement. McDonald's vs Burger King. Both companies engage in competitive advertising campaigns such as Burger War to attract customers. Apple Get a Mac campaign vs Microsoft I am a PC campaign. Both companies engage in competitive advertising to differentiate their product and appeal to customer. These examples illustrate how oligopolistic firms compete through non-price strategic focusing on branding, packaging, and advertising to differentiate themselves and attract customers. Benefits of non-pricing consumers. Increase product quality. Firm compete to offer the better products and features and performance. Innovation. Firm invest in research and development to create a new and improved product. Wider product range. Firm offer a wider range of the product to create to different consumer preferences. Better services. Firm compete to offer the superior customer service, support and warranties. Convenience. Firm compete to offer more convenient packaging, distribution and availability. more information. Firm provide more information about their product, inability consumer to make informed decision. Advertising and entertainment, consumer enjoy creative and entertaining advertising campaign. Brand loyalty and trust, consumer develop the loyalty and trust towards the brand that constantly deliver quality and value. Improve user services experience. Firm compete to offer a better user experience, making product more use friendly and enjoyable. Increase value of money, consumer in receive more value for their money as firm compete to offer their better quality, failure and service at the same price. Non-price competition benefits consumer is driving innovation, quality and the service improvement, ultimately leading to the better choice and the value of money. Next is price competition. Price competition refers to the competition among the firm offer the lower price of a product or service. This type of competition is a common in market with a similar product or the services where price is a key factor in the consumer decision making. Example, discount stores like Walmart and the Target competition to offer the lowest price in every item. Online retail like Amazon and eBay compete to offer lowest price. Airline competing to offer the lower fares. Cash strategic competition to offer the lowest price fuel. Telecom companies competing to offer the lowest price on phone plan. Price competition can lead to the lower price of our consumer, increase sales and market share for the firm with the lowest price, reduce profit and margin of the firm, increase advertising and promotional efforts to attract the price potential for price for firm, consequently lower price to undercut the competitors. However, price competition can also have the negative effects such as reduced product quality or the service to maintain low price, reduce innovation and investment in the research and development potential, and probably pricing where a firm set price below cost to drive competitor out of the business. Overall, price competition can be beneficial for consumer in the short term, but it can also lead to the negative consequence of the firm and market as it whole if not balanced with other competitive strategies. Benefits of price competition include lower price. Consumer benefit from the lower price, making goods and services are more affordable. Increase affordability. Price competition make product and service more accessible to a wide range of the consumer. Higher sale volume. Firm may sell more product or service due to the lower price, leading to increased revenue. Increase market share. Firm with lower price may gain market share from competitor. Encourage efficiency. Price competitor ineffectiveness. Firm to reduce cost and improve efficiency. Promote innovation. Firm may invest in research and development to reduce cost and maintain profitability. Increase consumer choice. Price competition lead to a wide range of the product and service at different points. This encourage monopolies. Price competition may prevent any one firm from dominating the price and changing the prices. Benefit low consumer price. Price competition include the benefit for the low consumer who sensitive to the price changes. Drivers economic growth. Price competition can lead to the increased economic activity and consumer have more disposable income to spend. Overall, price competition can lead to the lower price, increased efficiency and innovation, ultimately benefiting consumer to drive the economic growth. Shape of demand curve of a firm in oligopoly. The shape of demand curve for the firm in oligopoly is typically kinetic kind, also known as skin demand curve. This is because oligopolistic firms have a degree of market power but are also interdependent, meaning and that their action affect each other. The Kin demand curve has two distinct segment, elastic demand segment. At higher price, the demand curve is relative elastic, meaning that a small price increase lead to large decrease in quantity demanded. Inelastic segment, at the lower price, the demand curve become relatively inelastic, meaning that a small price decrease leads to a price increase in the quantity demanded. The kink in the demand curve occurs at a point where the firm price equals the price of its competitor. This is because if the firm raises its price above the kink, it will lose sales to competitor, making the market curve elastic. If the firm lower its price below the king, it will gain sales from competitor, making the demand curve inelastic. The king demand curve shows that oligopolistic firms have some market power but also constrained by the presence of competitor. Now relationship between demand curve and marginal revenue. The demand curve and marginal revenue curve are closely related to but distinct concepts in the microeconomics. Demand curve show the relationship between the price of a good and the quantity demanded by the consumer. Slope downward indicating that as price increase, quantity demand decrease. Marginal revenue curve shows the change in the total revenue resulting from one unit change in quantity sold. Slope downward indicating that the quantity sold increase, marginal revenue decrease. The relationship between the two demand curve is the marginal revenue curve is the derivative of the demand curve. The marginal revenue curve lies below the demand curve except at the point of the zero marginal utility. The distance between the demand curve and the marginal revenue curve represent the change in the total revenue from one unit in the quantity sold. In a monopoly or oligopoly market, the marginal revenue curve is typically below the demand curve, indicating that the firm must lower and its price to increase sales. In a perfect competitive market, the marginal revenue curve coincides with the demand curve and the firm can sell additional unit at the market price. Without affecting the price, understanding the relation between the demand curve and the marginal revenue curve is essential for the firm to inform pricing output decision. Price rigidity and sticky prices. Price rigidity is also known as sticky prices, refer to a situation when the price remain unchanged despite change in the market conditions such as change in demand and cost. This phenomenon is commonly observed in oligopolistic market where the firm have some degree of the market power. Characteristics of price rigidity. Price remain fixed for a period of the time even in the face of changing market condition. Firms are reluctant to change price even if it means losing sales or revenue. Price are sticky because firms are hesitant to adjust them frequently. Reason of price rigidity: menu cost, informational cost, strategic consideration. Interior menu cost. Changing price can be costly, especially if the firm need to update menu, label or advertisement material. Informational cost. Firm may not have the perfect information about the market condition, making it difficult to adjust price accordingly. Strategic considerations. Firm may maintain price to maintain the market share, avoid price war or the single quality or to consumer. Interior. Firm may simply be slow to adjust price due to organizational interior and lack of competitive pressure. Consequence of the price rigidity: it reduces the price flexibility. Firm may miss opportunities to increase revenue or market share but not adjusting the price in response to changing the market condition. Inefficient resource allocation, price rigidity can lead to the overproduction or underproduction as firm may not responding to true market demand. Reduce competition, price rigidity can reduce competition as firm may collude to maintain the price or avoid the price war. Price rigidity is an important concept in microeconomics as it helps to explain why price may not always adjust quickly to change in the market competition. Now, constant price. Constant price are also known as the fixed price or the sticky prices refer to the situation where the price of a good or the service remain unchanged over a period of time despite changes in the market conditions such as change in demand, change in cost, change in supply and change in technology. Constant price can be observed in the various market including monopolistic market, oligopolistic market, market with high menu cost, market with high information cost, market with strategic pricing. The implication of the cost price include reduced price flexibility, inefficient resource allocation, reduced competition, increased market power of the firm, potential for price war or collision. Constant price can be beneficial of the firm as they simplify pricing decision, reduce marketing and advertising, increase price transparency, build consumer loyalty. However, constant price can also be determined to the firm as they can lead to missed opportunities for the revenue growth, result in overproduction or underproduction, result competitiveness, lead to market share loss. Overall, constant price can have significant effect on the price consumer and overall market, and understanding these effect in crucial for informed business and economic decision. The long run equilibrium of a firm in an oligopoly characterized by the zero economic profit. The firm earn no economic profit as profit would attract new extent and lead to increased competition. Normal profit, the firm earn a normal profit which is the minimum profit required to keep the firm in the industry. Stable share market, the firm maintain a stable market share as any change in the market share would lead to change in the price or output. No entry and exit, there is no entry or exit of the firm in the industry as the existing firm are earning zero economic profit. Price equal and marginal cost, the price equal marginal cost, which means that the firm is producing at the point where the marginal cost curve is intersect the demand curve. Minimum effective scale, the firm operates at the minimum effective scale, which is the lowest point on the average cost. In the long equilibrium, oligopolistic firms have adopted to the competitive environment and have made adjustment to their price, output and market to achieve a stable equilibrium. However, this equilibrium is not necessarily efficient as firm may still have market power and realistic output to maintain the price. Long run equilibrium is concept in the microeconomics that describe the situation where all the firm and the industry have adjusted to the competitive environment. No firm has an incentive to change its price, output or market share. The industry is in a state of stable equilibrium with no tendency for change. In the long-term equilibrium, firm can earn zero profit. The firm in equilibrium with no excess demand or supply. Firm operate at the minimum efficient scale. Price equal marginal cost. The industry is in a state of a perfect competition with the large revenue firm producing homogeneous product. The long run equilibrium is characterized by no entry or exit in the firm, no change in the market share, no change in the price of output. Firm have adopted to the competitive environment. The long run equilibrium is a theoretical concept. It may not always be achieved in reality. However, it provides a useful framework for analyzing the behavior of the firm and competitive market. Now the question arises, do you believe that the Irish retail market for the banking service operates oligopoly condition? Yes, the Irish retail market banking service is generally considered to operate under the oligopolistic condition. Concentration: the market is dominated by a small number of the large banking, including AIB, Bank of Ireland, Utility Bank, and Permanent TSB. These banks hold significant shares of the market, making it difficult for the new entrant to gain transition. Barrier to entry: high capital requirement, regulatory hurdles, the established brand loyalty make it challenging for the new bank to enter the market. Interdependence: the major bank in Ireland and interdependent, meaning closely monitor to change other action and adjust their strategies. Homogeneous product: banking service and relatively homogeneous, making it difficult for the bank to differentiate themselves significantly. Price rigidity: banks in Ireland have been criticized for their slow response to change market condition, leading to the price rigidity. Limited competition: the market has experienced limited competition from the new entrant and non-traditional players such as fit-and companies. While there are some smaller bank and credit union operating in Ireland, the market is largely dominated by the big four bank, which has led to concern about a lack of the competition and innovation in the sector. The Irish Competition Authority has investigated the banking sector several times, and the European Commission has also estimated the market for potential